Well, let's do the newspapers. And we'll be doing the online portal soon, but we'll start with a daily graphic. On the front page of the daily graphic, we have the story: oil companies in distress likely to lose some 1 billion Ghana cedis to smugglers in 2017. And already the NPA is fighting 850 million Ghana cedi fuel smuggling syndicate. And the story is on the front page of the daily graphic. And it's one of the things that we'll be discussing, as we already told you before the break, that we'll be having Mr. Ajimandria, and he is the CEO for the Association of Oil Marketing Companies. And just in case you want to get in touch with him, the offices are around Laboni. We also have President begins West African tour. And apparently, the story on page 16 gives the indication that the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, began a 3-day West African tour, and a statement issued by the Flagstaff House Communications Bureau said President Akufo-Addo was expected to be in Togo from May 2 to 4, Burkina Faso from May 4 to 5, and Cote d'Ivoire from May 5 to 7, 2017. It said, that's a statement, the visit would afford the president the opportunity to formally introduce himself as a new Ghanaian leader to the government and peoples of the neighboring countries in West Africa. Great. Well, the second phase, according to a statement, is a tour to 7 other countries, namely Nigeria, Senegal, Guinea, Benin, Cape Verde, and we have Liberia and Sierra Leone. And it said the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mrs. Shirley Ayokobotri, and some officials of the presidency and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs accompanying the president will be accompanying on all of these trips. It's just West Africa, so it just means that you could just be jettisoning in and out as and when he has to do something in Ghana, but it's officially on a tour. But for the other stories, Blackbean for 2020 posters pop up. This one is interesting because it's on the front page of the paper. That is the daily graphic, but also on page 52, it gives us an insight that within about 2 years to go for the NDC to elect a flag bearer to lead it into the 2020 elections, there's already pushing and shoving on the front lines of the party as interest groups begin to test the waters for their preferred candidates. And one of Mr. Sylvester Mensah, former CEO of the NHIA there, Greater Accra coordinator for the NDC's campaign team in the last elections. We also have Papa Kwesi Mr. Arthur, a former governor of the Bank of Ghana, a former vice president of the Republic of Ghana, and Dr. Kospio Gabra, just the outgone trade minister in the John Mahama-led administration also there. Speculative mail, and that story has been filed by Michael Quay, as well as said Bukwa. So please make sure that you grab a copy of the Daily Graphic. Interesting read today. I tell you, a lot more information. We have the Ghanaian Times on the front page. We have Bishop nabbed for visa scam, duped 7 people, and 76,500 Ghana cedis of money he owes people. Bishop Charles Amos Boampong. Look at his face on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. We have the Ashanti Regional Police Command arresting the founder and leader of the church. This is the church's name, Generation of Christ Ministries, for allegedly defrauding 7 people of 76,500 Ghana cedis. They have this money. It's all under the pretext of securing them visas for the United States of America. I don't know how he was going to do that. You know how you apply for visas in the U.S.? The embassy here. You queue one. You go there. Sometimes they have piles of paper. If they want to give you, they'll give you. They don't give you, Charlie. Just give you the sheet. I don't know. Maybe his prayers were going to work. Identified as Bishop Charles Amos Boampong, also known as Cardinal, he was said to have collected monies between 11,000 Ghana cedis and 29,700 Ghana cedis from 7 victims, and in all, total, if you do a total of the first 2, you get it, but from all the 7 500. But we also have a story about Let's Fight Phil the same way as Galamsey and Zoomlion is saying, and so we'll call Robert Kuman this morning. Robert Kuman is the communications manager of Zoomlion Ghana Limited. He made this suggestion in an interview with the Ghanaian Times in Accra. He bemoaned the public apathy towards environmental issues, which we all agree, and stressed the need to properly ensure sanitary practices as the rains had setting. Mr. Coleman commended the government, media, and civil society for the campaign against Galamsey, and also urged that such collaboration should be seen in efforts aimed at solving the sanitation problems facing the country. Great work by Mr. Robert Coleman, the communication manager for Zoomlion Ghana Limited. They are the foremost company for waste management, collection, and the other referrals in Ghana. We also have President Lees for Togo, Burkina Faso, and La Côte d'Ivoire, and GJ celebrate World Press Freedom Day today. I've been invited. I hope to be there. And on the back page, we have committees to implement government's agri policy in the Bonafo region inaugurated. But the GPRTU is bemoaning deplorable state of roads. Some of the roads we have in Ghana, really deplorable. The next paper we're looking at, the Daily Guide, has on the front page, Nana jets out on 3-nation tour, West African countries, and man poses as woman in Kumasi, Kizai, Chris Boating. This one is Kujubisia. Bagbin fights Mahama for 2020 NDC race, and C4C homeopathy recruits up in 2,000 nurses. So, okay. We have the Finder. The next report we're looking at. The Finder says 1,968 deported in 2016, and the number of Ghanaians rejected at foreign airports skyrocketing. And the story is on page 2 of the paper. Just says that statistics from the Ghana Immigration Service is indicating that a total of 1,969 Ghanaians who traveled to various countries around the world were either deported or refused entry to the country they were traveling to. Well, I was refused a visa too, so I'm wondering, in April last year. So I'm trying to, maybe I'm not captured. I should be captured, so it will be 1,969. Find that, your statistics is wrong. You should have asked me, I was a refused visa. The breakdown of the figure shows 1,245 Ghanaians were refused entry into various destinations abroad for failing to meet their respective entry conditions in 2016. So this is how it goes. You may get a visa to the US, but you may get to JFK. And if you get to JFK, they look at your visa and they ask you some few questions. Hello, gentlemen. What are you doing in the United States of America? When is the day I'm slanging up? If you're not able to tell them properly what you want to do, which is at variance to what you told the embassy officials before the visa was given to you, you will be returned back to Accra. It happens all the time. And apparently, for all the travelers from Ghana around the world, they numbered 1,968. Don't fall victim. Yeah, you better deport, you better return, rough. And then we have on the front page, MPP calls on workers to remain steadfast. But we also have 4,000 oil industry workers risk losing jobs. And then judgment in GLC case in June, Supreme Court. Okay, so we have Ghanaian sent home $5 billion in 2015. Hey. And in Ghana, we had 537 million US dollars sent from the US alone. That is remittances. I think, you know, I only received $100. So I'm wondering, maybe my people there. That's at the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. And the Dispatch also has other stories. Revert MPs to service passports. Hannah Tete. See page 2. Revert MPs to service passports. Hannah Tete, the former foreign minister. Interesting read, because let me read that one. It will make interesting reading. Says former Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Hannah Tete, has suggested that legislators in the country be given service passport and not diplomatic passport. Oh, okay. She was of the opinion that having a situation where MPs revert to service passport would not be a bad thing. According to her, legislators during former President Mills' tenure clamored for diplomatic passports, and that is when they started using diplomatic passports. Ms. Tete explained that a government official could still disclose to an embassy his intent of traveling to that country when he applies for visa, and the embassy would take cognizance that that is, she's being quoted, are not going on a personal trip but government business. Hence, service passport should be adequate. Okay, great. Good information. We're looking at the last paper. The last paper is the Business and Financial Times. Then after, we'll look at the online portals, then we'll do sports. GT Bank Partners, that is African World Airline, for online sale of tickets and payments. That's good. Launches Book Easy, Pay Easy. Great initiative. Great initiative. So you have a picture there of officials of that is Africa World Airlines. You have great planes though. And then you have Bank Advocates, 200 million Ghana cedis. Oh, sorry. $200 million as capital for banks. That is the base capital. That's what they call capitalization assets by the Bank of Ghana. We know that there's speculation that the Bank of Ghana is likely to increase that for the banks because, Charlie, we have plenty of them. Some of them just duplicating services, you know. But this one is being advocated by Frank Edu Jr., who is a managing director of Cow Bank. And then we also have Rethink Tax Waivers to boost local production. Private Enterprise Federation saying that needs to be done. On the back page, we have Prudential Bank Partners, Real Money Transfer Services, one of the money transfer agencies, and Vodafone reviews business structure. And as a result, they're likely to downsize their staff by 1,200. I wish I was one, so that I'll take the you know, ZS Gracia or Charlie. J kickback, then I'm continuing. I pay Juma for Friday. All right, so those are the stories we have on the front pages of the paper, and that was the back page of the Business and Financial Times. Now let's go to myjoyonline.com as the online portal, our foremost online portal. On Ghana on the average of petroleum crisis, Ghana on the verge of petroleum crisis, government warned, and the Association of Oil Marketing Company has called on the government to regulate the growing activities of black market petroleum dealers, which in the community I grew up in, Ashaiman, Tema area, they are called Goro Boys or Billy Boys. Yeah, we do Billy. Charlie. Obi bit my Billy. Now what talkers is here, oh yeah, money days are pop. We have Welcome Director demands full disclosure in NIDA review agreement. And then we also have from Peshraj to open investigations into KMA bribery allegations. Mahama minister driven out of VIP lounge. And this one created great controversy on social media, but also on the other portals yesterday. Close of Newsday yesterday. Akufo-Addo embarks on working visit to ECOWAS countries. We're told that, he'll be going to 7 more other countries after the tour. And I wish that we would have discussed this today. And so I'll speak with my producer, see whether we can have some experts on the line, governance experts, as well as some diplomatic experts diplomacy expert to help us. Nigeria's President Buhari urged to take medical leave. He was expected at Friday prayers last week. He didn't appear. So the news media in Nigeria speculating that the gentleman is not too well. Look, he's old. We have to take cognizance of the fact that. Now, and then we have the next story. It talks about some Some resident on collation calls with salt mining firm. And we did this story here. Ivy Setoji had been on the beat, and so we'll speak to Ivy also and try to see whether we can get something on this subject. We have a government, that is the Public Utilities and Regulatory Union, also tussle over MCC Compact 2, which will affect the ECG, we're told. And so ASAP is warning. Already we know that there's been some review by the Akufo-Addo-led government with MIDA, with the MCC as well. So those are the stories we have. Now let's go to City FM Online, if we have it. Okay, so we have City FM. It says, insulting John Benjamin over MP's visa fraud, shameful. Martin Amidu, former Attorney General. We're told that he's a citizen vigilante. Current parliament can't punish visa fraud MPs for past wrongs. I think I agree too. Clarify changes to ECG privatization compact. John Jenapo is the former deputy minister for the sector. And then government ECG concession review arrangements better, according to ISODEC. And we have a picture there of Dr. Mantiel. Now we have other stories there also on City FM Online. But those are the reviews we have this morning. But just in case something is bothering your mind, you can get interactive on our Facebook page. It's where we're also streaming live. Join us on TV. We have a handle on Twitter, Join us on TV.